If you want to grow food in Florida, the best time to start is fall. And what that actually means is starting a couple months before fall, so all your plants are ready to go out in the garden in fall. Here we are in July, a couple months before fall starts, and we're going to get my container garden ready for fall planting. And I'm going to bring you guys along. I want to give you guys a quick look at some of my containers. I have 2 of these tables where I have all my containers. So this wooden bed and this wooden bed are the main characters of this table. Over here on this table we have 2 more wooden garden beds. Because the front ones are going to be in full sun, I'm thinking more on the carrots beet side. And then I'll have lettuce in the back beds so that they can get shaded by whatever I have climbed these trellises. What I'm thinking for the trellises is passion vine, because then we'll get a bunch of butterflies. So what we're going to do is pull back all the mulch, and then we're going to lay a layer of compost, put a cover crop in, and then put the mulch back, and the beds will be ready. In all my garden beds, I do chop and drop. And what that means is literally I just chop the plants and I drop them in place. And the reason I do that is because they reseed themselves. So all these marigolds and cosmos and basil and zinnias, they come up on their own, and who doesn't want those? And for the cover crops, we're gonna do nitrogen fixers. So I have sun hemp, clover, beans, peanuts, things like that. That's a perfect way to get some extra nitrogen in your soil without having to use fertilizer. Okay, so the first thing I kind of want to do is get these porter weeds out of the way, but I think that that's just gonna have to be there for now. So first we're gonna pull back all the mulch. I don't like to pull up any of the plants. I just like to chop them at the base, because that way the roots and stuff will have a chance to kind of break down underneath the soil instead of me just pulling it all out. There's some stuff in here that doesn't necessarily need to be killed yet that might die, and then some stuff that I might leave. It just depends honestly on what happens. So with the chives, we're gonna leave the chives because they're perennial and a great pest deterrent. Usually what I do if the soil that I want to add is too much, I'll just dig them up and replant them. I can separate these as well if I wanted to. What's great about chop and drop mulch is that you actually could just leave it if you wanted to and lay the soil on top of it. But because we're running out of dead banana leaves, I don't want to waste any of the mulch. So now we're gonna lay down some more soil, and it's gonna be compost. There's one. Hopefully the ants from the compost and the ants from this bed fight to the death. Level this out a little bit more soil here. And now we'll lay the cover crops so that we can have a lot of nitrogen for our lettuce. So I have some sun hemp, I have some crimson clover, white Dutch clover. I think I'm gonna do sun hemp, since I think sun hemp gets pretty tall. Nice, I knew it. One day I was in the Everglades and there was a bunch of like seed pods coming off this plant, and I'm gonna pour some, and I'm gonna make lines like this. I'm gonna make a line this way, I'm gonna make a line this way, I'm gonna make a line this way. And obviously I'm not actually staying only in these rows, but pretty much I am. We'll lay back the soil down. It has been raining a lot, and I can even feel it drizzling right now. So I don't think I'm gonna water it, just because I know it's gonna get watered today. It's so funny to me, every time I do this step, I'm so shocked that like, this is not enough mulch to cover the whole bed. But I did have that as a cover for the whole bed before. So this is where I get my mulch from. And now the bed is refreshed, and it might look the same to you, but we know that it's ready for fall. So we're gonna do this bed next. So we're gonna take out the light post. We're gonna take out the spikes for the water and decide what we kill and what we keep. The zinnias haven't even bloomed yet. There's some basil in the back. We'll take some of the seeds. But in the empty spaces, I'm just gonna put some clover down. So we got the Haas Crimson Clover, bunch of seeds. We're gonna put some here like that, put some back here like that, and some in the front right here. I'm gonna put the spike back. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the other beds. And I have a problem where I don't like to kill plants, and I need to practice getting used to it, because that's just a part of gardening. We'll keep all the healthy zinnias. Now we can pull back the mulch, so I need another pot. Peanuts are also nitrogen fixers. It's a great choice for a cover crop. The first year I made this bed, I grew calendula in this back corner, and oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. And now we're gonna lay down some dirt, so I'm gonna go get the bucket of dirt. I want to show you all the critters that are in here. Pill bug. Oh, you're so cute. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go get some more compost then. I'll be right back. Got some more compost. Dump it. Now we're gonna make some rows just so I know where to sow some seeds of the cover crop. And now for this one, we're gonna do white Dutch clover just so we can have a mix of everything. Perfect. And now we lay down the mulch again. And remember, there are some zinnia seeds, marigold seed, cosmos seed, basil seed probably in this mulch, and that's fine because we want those companions with our lettuce anyway. And this bed is ready for fall. So this is the last bed. And again, I have to really think about, do I want to do this right now? Let's deadhead too while we're here. If you don't deadhead your flowers will never last as long as you want them to. Deadheading is so important, along with trimming actually. The flowers will think to themselves, oh, I'm good to go for the season, when they're not. You want them to keep working. And if you don't deadhead, they won't know to keep on keeping on. Okay, so there you have it. We restarted some of the beds. I know that the plan was to start some seeds today. I don't think we're gonna have time because we have to go play a family game of baseball. So we are going to do that tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching.